So today I'm going to show you how you can create a QR code just like this, put it in your restaurant, scan it with your phone, and have your entire menu show up onto your customer's phone and they can order food from their phone. So that way you don't have to keep changing menus all the time, and you can also so that way you can keep your menu very flexible, and this is all for free, by the way. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is head on over to canva.com, and once we're in canva.com, you're going to do two things. The first thing you're going to do is right click onto the tab here and click duplicate. Now this creates a duplicate of that tab. I'll show you why in just a little bit. Okay, now that you have two tabs, the first tab, I want you to click create and I want you to type here menu. Once you have menu, go to menu landscape, and here we're going to have the design of your menu. Okay, and now in the second tab, I want you to click create and I want you to go websites. Now it's starting to get interesting, isn't it? So the reason that we created two tabs is because with the website, we can publish the website. And once we publish the website, we're going to get a link. And with that link, we're going to connect it to a QR code, which our customers can then scan. So the first thing we want to do is head on over to our menu again, and now we're going to design our menu. So in this case, we're going to be designing a restaurant called the Pasta House. Now I don't know if the Pasta House is actually a real restaurant, but we're going to create a menu for them, and we're going to create a QR code that people can then scan later. So you're going to be able to have your menu online for free basically, which is great. Now the first thing you're going to notice here on the upper left side is templates of already done menus. So let's just go to pasta, and here you go, pasta paradise. So here I have selected two different types of menu. Now one that has real pictures and another one that actually doesn't really have real pictures. Now, this is a very common question that a lot of restaurants ask me when doing their digital menus, and that question is whether or not they should have pictures of their food on the menu. Now, a lot of them ask this because in a lot of high-end restaurants, they don't see food on their menu. They don't see the pictures of their food on their menu. Now, if you're a small restaurant, I highly recommend that you put the pictures of your food on your menu, because a lot of restaurants owners have actually seen a big increase in their sales now after we switched them over to digital menus. And I do believe that a lot of it has to do with just the menu looks better. They can see the picture of the food, and I'm going to show you one trick how you can make people buy more expensive food just by looking at your menu. So let's just select this very plain looking menu template, and this menu template is actually for Indian food. Now the next thing we need to do is design a logo for Pasta House, and we're gonna go graphics, and I kind of like an empty looking one, maybe something like this is actually looks good. Let's just design the graphic real big. So we're gonna go add page, and we're gonna just paste it here. So this right here is our first logo, and we're gonna go elements again, and we're gonna go pasta. So now again we're gonna go to graphics, and I like this one. This one is pretty good. Look, it literally looks like a pasta house. Pretty decent logo if I do say so myself, right? And that didn't take long at all. And next we're gonna click here, and we're gonna call this all right, house, the Pasta House. Well, this looks like a very decent logo already. So let's just ungroup these two. Now we ungroup them so that they're no longer together. Before, when they were grouped, you can see they move together. So what we're going to do when we ungroup them, now they don't move together. So this here is called the. Here we have the. I'm just going to put that here, and we're going to just call this the Pasta House. Very, very old school, nice design, straight to the point. And I think we're going to end. So now let's highlight this, group it together. And so now, as you can see, this is one thing already. We're going to copy, and we're going to paste it right here. I'm going to call it the Pasta House. I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to change the background. Now from here, you just click on the background and choose maybe a creamier color. There you go. Menu. Okay, so as you can see now, the problem is that the text color is too light, so it's causing this little so you can't really see the text. All you gotta do, if we change the background color by clicking here, we're going to be able to see the text again. So as you can see, when we click here, it's not going to show the text because the background now covers the text, and now we can see the text again when we make the background a little bit darker. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the color of this font to maybe also this color here, because we do want a lighter background, a lighter creamier background like this here. Okay, now this here really comes down to personal taste, depending on the theme of your restaurant, but I think this is pretty in line with the theme of the restaurant. Now you can see here this. Now I think this looks pretty good, looks like a dessert menu, but the main thing here with the pasta, so here you can put things like your side dishes, right? So let's just keep this side dishes, but you can change it to anything else. The important thing I want to show you is how you make these images here. And so you're going to take a picture with your phone. Now here I'm just speed running through putting the images on, but you can really just do it however you want. But the important part is to have good images. And on the side here, if you don't want it to be pizza, because I think, again, pizza should be something that you see a picture of. Now I'm just going to speed run through me creating the drinks menu. But on the side, people don't really need to see a picture of the drinks menu. They kind of already know what it's going to look like. So keep that stuff to just food. Unless it's some kind of house special, And that's it. And if you want to add another page where maybe you tell the story of your pasta, that would be really great as well. Let's say, for example, we take this lady here, and you can see here she's making homemade, handmade pasta. That is a lovely story to tell people about your restaurant. And then we're going to copy this logo and put it here. And maybe we're going to do a little text box. So we'll just add a text box here. And that's what everybody in Europe and most of the fancy restaurants do. They really try to give you a story with your food, and that's how they fetch a very high price, because that's what gives the character of the place. And now we're going to cover this whole area here. Now it looks like we're covering the whole place, but oh, there you go. We're gonna just give it a little bit of a transparency, and now you have that look. This look is very beautiful, very good look. I'm gonna position that to the back so that the logo once again pops up to the front. And so here you go. Grandma Louise's story right on the front page. Beautiful story. Okay, and there you go. This is your entire restaurant menu ready to go online. Now I'm about to show you how you can add one more page and maybe sell something even more expensive. So we're going to go here and we're going to go add page. Now for the expensive thing on the menu, we really want to give it its own page so that it can shine, right? And here we're going to put in a very meaty dish right here. And this dish, once again, we're going to give it a story. We're going to call this Grandma's Shank. Fancy restaurant, especially a fancy European restaurant, you're gonna notice how they tell the story of their dish. And once you realize how they tell the story of their dish, you kind of realize why they're able to command a higher price at these establishments. And a lot of time, it's just because they were able to tell a better story. The food probably is just alright. And most of the time, I feel like the food was alright, but I try it anyway because of the story. And we're gonna just stick this on here. Oh, here we go. Okay, now this looks like a better text. This looks like a better text. Okay, change the text to make it look a little bit nicer. Now this looks like a better text, and that's it. You are done. Your entire menu. So now remember earlier when we created that second tab that I told you to duplicate from the first one, but click on create website? Well, now you're gonna click on the website, and as you can see, it's gonna take you to another empty page. Now this empty page here, that's where you're gonna paste your entire menu. So come on over here. Come on over here, copy this whole entire thing and just simply paste it. Paste it here onto this menu. and just paste it here onto this website. Now, and just paste it here onto this website tab, and you should get something like this. Okay, we can adjust this image to make it a little bit bigger, and there you go. Doesn't that look so juicy? Now, if the menu is a little bit off, you can just adjust it a little bit. You can adjust the size as you like, right? No big deal. Now, on a side note here, yes, you could have easily created the entire menu only on one tab, which is the website tab. But I just wanted to show you the menu tab, like create menu, so that you can see, easily see the templates menu that you have, which you can then copy over onto the website. And that's I think an easier way to do it. And as you can see, now our entire menu is ready. Look at that. It's got a story, it's got delicious food pictures, it's got a main course. So now we need the URL of this website. So we're going to click here, this drop down button. And you can see here we already have a site URL. So we're going to click that. We're going to call this Pasta House. Publish changes. Click on publish changes right there. And there you go. Click here now to visit your website. This is your menu, your actual menu, live, already working. You can see it is completely online. This is your entire menu now, and this is online. So if you share this link with anybody, they can see your entire menu. You didn't even have to actually buy a website. You didn't have to host anything. You didn't have to code. All you had to do was drag and drop some numbers, letters, and text and pictures. Cannot get easier than this. So next thing, to put it into a QR code, we're gonna go to QR Code Monkey. Now, QR Code Monkey is the best, like ever. So this is your website. You're gonna copy this, and you're gonna put that link right here, and you're gonna click on Create QR Code. And once you create the QR code, then you're gonna get this QR, and you're gonna download that QR. Here we go. This is your QR, and if you scan this QR right now, I'm gonna scan it right now with my phone. There you are. You can see the entire menu on my phone. I can order food, and I can easily change my menu, and I can very easily change the menu anytime you want. You just have to change it on Canva. You don't actually have to print out another physical copy. You can change your specials. You have all sorts of flexibility that a regular menu cannot give you, and this is all for free, and you did it in just less than 1 hour. So I hope this video has been very helpful. My name is Rudy, and I'll see you in the next video.